Hello, and welcome to the Smart Injury Doctors Podcast, the injury market's top program for doctors, lawyers, and insurers who want to gain greater insight on how to improve patient recovery results and deliver better services in the U.S. injury market. Please welcome your host, Dr. Jeffrey Allen Kronk.
Okay, doctors, what I want to talk about today is your practice needs attention. Your practice needs attention. And you may actually be doing a really smart thing these days. You may be actually looking and saying, hey, the gas prices are raising. Inflation is going up. People are going to have a lot less money to spend. We could be headed toward a recession. Therefore, my cash end of my practice or my insurance with copay end of my practice actually may suffer. But guess what? My injury practice isn't going to suffer because injury practices don't go down during recessions. They don't go down during inflationary periods. They really don't. If anything, they probably increase. But the big thing that you are going to need to confront is that your practice needs attention. If you want to grow a personal injury practice today, you need attention. And attention means to be noticed. It means that somebody's actually seeing you. They are aware of you. So many of you, I do a lot of training and I do a lot of coaching. I want you to just think about this for a minute. If you started to survey people around in your community, now I realize this is going to be different if you're in a major metropolitan community or if you're in a town of 2,000 people. I grew up in very small towns. And of course, in a town of 2,000 people, everybody knows the chiropractor or everybody knows the chiropractor's office because they drive by it. Right? But let's say you're in a bigger area. Let's say you're in areas of, 20,000, 30,000, 50,000, 100,000, 1 million. If you were to go around to people in your community, in your local area, in those 60,000 people, how many of them actually know if you said the name of your clinic, how many people do you think, or what would be the percentage of the people in your area that would even know or have even ever heard of it? Right? It's probably going to be pretty darn low. And how many in the injury space, if somebody said, wow, this person was in an auto accident, or wow, they injured their lower back at work, or wow, they injured their lower back, or they injured their neck. How many people, if you surveyed them, you went out into your public and you surveyed them and said, well, what would be the best place to go for this type of injury? They would actually name your clinic. My guess is that it's not very many. And my guess is that the percentage would be really small. It would have been small in my, when I had my practice, it would have been small. It got bigger and bigger, but as I go and as I coach and as I train, and I realized, wow, you got to get it to the point where everybody knows you. When people know you, they can flow you energy. That energy is going to be money. I have a mentor. One of my mentors, Grant Cardone, has this great saying, if they don't know you, they can't flow you. And it's so true. If they don't know you, they can't refer to you. If you want to do a referral relationships, I doctors all the time saying, hey, I want to do more referral relationships with attorneys. Guess what? They got to know you before they can refer to you. I want medical doctors to refer to me. Good. First step is they got to know you. So that you got to get attention in the market. And it's going to be really important to get attention in this market because this market is rapidly downtrending. This market is looking like it's going to go into a recession. Gas prices are up. Food prices are up. The cost of every employee, the cost of everything is up. And so people are going to find that they have less money to spend. And so you want to be over on the injury side of your practice. You want to be building that injury side of your practice, but you got to get attention. I mean, how do you get attention in this market? It's not hard. One of the best ways to get attention is social media. What's your social media presence? I mean, if somebody were to Google search your name, Google search my name, Google search Jeffrey A. Kronk, DCJD. Just Google search and you'll see about 6 or 7 pages of stuff that I've written. Right? Now, it's not hard to get that kind of attention. It's not hard to actually put out things so that people can know you. Remember, my group is the United States. Your group might be a town of 60,000 people, right? Mine is the whole of the United States. So it's not hard if somebody sees me or they hear something about me or they hear one of my podcasts or they hear me speak at a webinar or whatnot, they may go Google search me. If they go Google search me, they're going to see things. They're going to see Smart Injury Doctors. They're going to see Spinal Kinetics. They're going to see things that I've written about. They're going to see, so all that, if they go into, if they're on social media, they're going to see us on social media. So it's not hard to get, it's not hard to get attention, right? In our program, the Smart Injury Doctors program, we have oodles and oodles and oodles of materials already pre-done that can allow you or any doctor or anybody that's using our materials to actually put things out on a regular basis. One of the questions I get is, hey, should I post something daily to Facebook? I'm like, hell yeah, go ahead and post it daily. Why not? Post as much as you can. You're not going to overpost. Don't worry about that. And the thing is, though, you want to have a presence. You want to have some videos. You want to have, if you can, a YouTube channel. You want to have an Instagram account, a Twitter account, the things that people use to actually find and look for others. You want to be on those lines. And it's too darn easy today to do those things. It's too darn easy to get attention. And you want good attention. I mean, it's too darn easy to do patient testimonials. Patient testimonials will get you attention. A lot of people today will search a business out and they'll read an average of 3 to 5 pieces of content about that business before they ever make a buying decision to even show up at the business. So that's called putting it out there so you can get attention in the market. There's a lot of noise in the market. Today in the injury market, it's so easy to get attention, right? It's like I help doctors get attention because we actually show a major injury that doesn't get picked up. It's the root cause of most people's symptoms when they've injured their spine. And basically it's the most common cause of chronic pain. It's the most common reason why you have degenerative change in the spine. And it's the injury that the market knows the least. So what's really kind of nice is if you can be unique, you will get attention. If you've got something that's different from everybody else, you will get attention. But the thing is, you can't be afraid of attention. If you're afraid of attention, then basically, you don't want somebody to see, you don't want somebody to notice you. You might as well just say, hey, I don't want to have my business expand. I don't want to grow bigger. As your responsibility grows up, and if you truly are an injury center that puts out the best work in the area, then you have a responsibility to make sure that everybody knows you. Everybody in your community should know you. Everybody should be promoting you. Your patients. In our program, we teach you how to get your patients to promote you. Your patients should promote you. Your staff should promote you. Anybody, your social media site should promote. You should be promoting and promoting and promoting to get attention all the time. And if you're really smart with it, you make it so it doesn't stop, so it's automated. But you can't be afraid to get attention. You can't be afraid to be in a room full of orthopedists. If you're a chiropractor, you can't be afraid to be in a room full of orthopedists, or a room full of local attorneys, or a room full of local neurosurgeons. If you're a medical doctor, you can't be afraid to be in a room full of chiropractors. I could just go on and on and on. You have to put yourself out there. And it's going to be so important in what's coming in this next year and a half will make the pandemic seem like it was a breeze, right? There's never been a bigger time to put yourself out there. Okay, those that are going to, and the cool thing is when this environment changes, those that won't get attention in the market, they won't take the time, they won't learn how to do it, they won't take the time to speed up their ability to get attention. Those that won't do it are great for the ones that will, because the ones that won't, well, geez, I work too much, or I work too much in the clinic, or I got too much going, and hey, I got other projects going right now, and you're sort of sidetracked. That's great for somebody like me that helps providers who will do that, because it provides a barrier of entry. And the barrier of entry is a really cool thing, because most people they self restrict themselves, right? They're not really restricted. They're just restricted because they say they're restricted. They don't really have an inability. They just have the inability because they agree with the fact that they have the inability. So it's great. They take themselves out of the game. So in this time where we have rapid inflation, where we have rapid problems, it's never been more important to keep your eye on the target and get attention. Get your injury center attention in the market, because attention equals income. The more attention you get, the more flow into you're going to get. So you want to be doing that. And if you don't know how to do it, then we have a private Facebook group you can join. You just DM down below, or you just call us at 800-940-6513, or you look us up, Smart Injury Doctors, on Facebook. We have a private Facebook group that you can look up. You can become a member. It's free. You can listen to these podcasts, listen to our podcasts, or you can call us at 800-940-6513, 800-940-6513, and find out more about our programs. Go to smartinjurydoctors.com and learn more about our programs. But the biggest thing is start to put yourself out there. Start to put your clinic out there. It's one of the most important activities you can do right now. Doctors on these podcasts, short, sweet, to the point, just riff on a little point. If you've got any questions, concerns, put comments down below. Join our Facebook user group. Put comments in that group, because I want to help you. I want to help you to actually drive more people into your clinic and maybe help you overcome barriers that aren't real barriers. Doctors, again, thank you for your time and attention and everything you do.
You've been listening to the Smart Injury Doctors Podcast, the #1 audio production show for professionals in the U.S. injury market that want to deliver better injury services to the patients, clients, or insureds they serve. If you like what you heard today, please leave us a review and don't forget to join us on our next program.